Hello everyone. I'm here with the next video of the Google Cloud, uh, and in this particular video, we gonna talking about and we're gonna learn about the Cloud Natural Language API, and we'll quick started that how we can you know get the API and how we can create an API in the Cloud Natural Language. So as usual, we must be having an account and some sort of credit. It required one credit to start this particular lab. Let's move toward the next that how we can start it. Before moving the next, we have to first understand what is natural language. Actually, natural language is a simple thing that the human communicate to each other. Like we talk about, we communicate in English, we communicate in Urdu. Same goes for the natural language processing. Actually, the natural language that humans understand, and according to that understanding, we easily communicate to each other. But the natural language processing is same, but it is a computer science field, and computer science language and processing you can uh, you know understand it like that. So when we talk about the natural language processing, it is a communication between human and between computer. So human gives the prompt, and according to that particular prompt, the computer or NLP model understand that and analyze it, then responds according to the prompt. So yeah, natural language processing come to that particular point of view. And we have the Cloud Natural Language API. What is this actually? It is a cloud-based service. Right? Natural language processing is the communication between humans and the computer. It is computer fit. So talking about the Cloud Natural Language API is a cloud-based service, and what it does the natural language processing that we talk about the humans and computer language. So it processes that language, and it is capable to analyze text, identify entities, extract information from the PDF file, from the thousand of from the document, and from a large data set, and it responds according to that particular data that you provide that. So it is capable to extract information, analyze text, identify entities. So this is the Cloud Natural Language API. I hope you got it. The basic thing or basic definition of Cloud Natural Language. Here you can just simply check out this particular definition as well, so that you can understand it properly. So it has some sort of, some entities which are some points which are very important that I personally think that what are the entity recognition, what are sentiment analysis, extraction, and question answering. First, we understand that in Cloud Natural Language API, what are the entity recognition? Entity recognition is like, if I give you an example, like if you, if you are a student, so what will be the entity of that particular boundary? Department could be an entity, classes could be an entity, and classes or your group can be an entity, and in that particular entity, that must be having some sub entities as well. So in Cloud Natural Language, entities like, for example, here is an example. As I also gave an example about the student, and you can get check these particular example as well, such as people, places, and things. It can be the entities. So the in CNL Natural Language, it can be understanding, it can be identifying from these particular entities in the particular uh, Cloud Natural Language API or features that use. Sentiment analysis are like the piece of information. The piece of information could be, uh, you can simply understand this sentiment analysis as like the digital text. Let's suppose you have a document file, and in that particular document file, you have a lot of different paragraph out there. So you don't know what the paragraph meaning and what the paragraph talking about, you know, what the paragraph tells you about. So the sentiment analysis, like when you selected those particular paragraphs, and if you want to know about the sentiment, or if you want to know the analyze of the text, that what these texts tells to the people and what the definition of that particular paragraph. So it can simply just you create the Cloud Natural API. So the Cloud Natural API will give you the definition and will give you the identifier of that particular paragraph, that this paragraph is positive, positive side. This paragraph has a negative or neutral. So this will allow to understand and identify what that particular paragraph means, what that paragraph tells you about. So in simple word, you can information extraction, like it will extract information from the PDF, then question answer is simple, and will integrate the REST API, can be uploaded in the request or integrated with cloud storage. Yeah, we'll use the cloud storage for it as well. We'll learn the create. Will create an API. We'll use Cloud Natural API to extract entities. Like we'll see in further steps. From the snippet, we'll extract information and we'll get the entities like people, places. For example, you know, from the snippet text, we'll get entities. For the setup requirement, you have to just click on the start lab, then it will give you the username and it will give the password and the project ID, which is very important for the for starting the lab. And as usual, things are same, but yeah, like this, you will be having password so that you can, in a mode, you can just simply paste it out and you can check it out. After login successfully, you must be having a pop-up, or you can say a dashboard where we'll be having like this Google Cloud dashboard. So you have to find out the activate cloud set, that will be top right side uh, of the that particular dashboard. You can find out activate cloud shell, and then you can paste this particular URL. And very important point is that you must be having a project ID so that you can put it out here. So I have some sort of slides, so I'm gonna show you that. So yeah, we'll learn Cloud Natural API, then we will be having a next topic, which is Natural Language API from Google Docs. Yeah. So this is the thing. When open that particular dashboard, you will be having this dashboard when you click on the top right button, Cloud Shell. So if you click on that, this particular dashboard will be open. It will be having some sort of authorized shell. You must be having to authorize the Cloud Shell. You have to just click on authorize. After that, you have to just paste some Google Cloud commands so that it can uh, it can authorize your account for the Cloud Shell or for the further process of the project. Once you run the Google Cloud Auth list command, then it will allow you that in the authentication list how many of credential account you have. After that, for the creation of an API key, you have to run these particular command to the Cloud Shell. First, you have to export the Google Cloud project. This blah blah blah. You can just paste it out, and you have to create a service account. So in this particular site, we are saying like to uh, put the command line in the Cloud Shell. So we have another options. We can just simply create service account by following some step in Google Cloud. We'll see it in our next, you can say, na, in our next lab. So I'm gonna show you that how you can step by step create a service account. You can create an API as well. We are using with the Cloud Shell, and the next part will show that how we can use and create an API key in the Google Cloud. So you have to just put it this particular thing, and you have to just And in the last, you have to tell the command in the command line that the generated key should be in a JSON format. Then what you have to do after you know uh, giving the all API key command lines, then you have to check again Google Cloud list. It is no credential account you have. Then if you want credential in your account, you have to click on Google Cloud config list project. Then it will allow you a kind of Google Cloud projects. It will create Google Cloud projects. After that, uh, once you click on the Google Cloud Shell, let's move toward here. You have put it out your project ID. You have created an API key and make an entity analyst request. So yeah, it is important as well when you create an API key. Then you have to go to the left side of the navbar. Then you have to select the compute engine. In the compute engine, it will be having VM instances. You have to go out there and you have seen this particular dashboard over here. You have to just click on SSH. Once you click on SSH, then the next thing will be open. The which is the SSH in browser. The pop-up will be shown where uh, you have to give a command line, so then it's gonna process further. What command you have to give? You have to just simply give this particular command, this command. What it gonna do? Like we are using the Cloud Natural Language API, and we are extract the entities from the text snippet, as you know. Okay, if you remember on the top side, I also mentioned that we are going to extract entities from the text snippet. So we have given a text, like I have given a name like Michelangelo Caravaggio, like something like that. And I have said that it is an Italian painter, and it is known as the calling of Saint Matthew. I have given a simple text content to it, and how, let's see that it is getting some points in the JSON format. It is getting you know it is extracting entities from this particular text that I have given over here. You have to just copy this and you have to paste it over here. Then you have to click on enter. Then it will generate this JSON file to you. In this particular JSON file, it will show you that how step by step, how in a JSON format it creates it gives you the extract entities from the particular content that I have given. You can check over here that it gives you the name Italian, type is location, and metadata everything. Over here the content is Italian and something, and you can check name is Michelangelo Caravaggio, something like that, and also it will be having a Wikipedia URL. It will give that as well. So from that particular content that I gave, so from that particular content, it gives you the JSON format after extracting the text from the snippet that I provided. So yeah, so we'll see the natural language processing in the upcoming starting lab. So till then, for the natural language, for the cloud natural language API, it is enough that how we can extract information from an entities after giving a content, after giving a text snippet to it. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, let's start the natural language API from the Google Docs. We'll get we'll give an API key to that particular docs, and then we'll get some sort of sentiment analysis we're gonna do actually that and that particular docs that we're gonna provide and the Google Sheet and the Google Docs you can say. So there will be having a lot of data out here. So in that particular data, and we'll select a paragraph. Then we'll see that paragraph is like is positive, um, you know, uh, identification or the positive side, or that paragraph has a negative or neutral side. So it will, uh, allow, or it will give to me the responses in the color, in some colors. Like if it gives me the red color, that means that is the negative. You can say analyzation or the identification of, and you can say the wrong point of view that particular paragraph is. If it gives the yellow, then it will be the neutral, uh, you know, point of view of that particular paragraph. And if it gives the green, that means it will be the positive point of view of that particular paragraph in the Google Docs. So let's explore it. Uh, we must be having a 5 credits for this particular lab, and we can, you know, analyze, and we can simply check the overview of the natural language API. Is that it is a pre-trained machine learning model. Natural language API is actually the pre-trained model, then we actually use it, okay, to analyze, sort of extract entities. That we have extracted entities from the plain text, and we're gonna use, and we're gonna evaluate sentiment of the text now in this particular lab. One thing we have done already, extract entities, that uh, we have done, and we are going to evaluate sentiment of the text from the Google Docs. So we're gonna check that. Here is a Google Docs that will be having a lot of information regarding anything it can be. So text is highlighted in red is negative, green is positive sentiment, and yellow for the neutral sentiment. So yeah, we'll see that how it responses in a way that the highlight text is negative sentiment, positive, and neutral sentiment. We'll see it. We'll call an API. We'll use the menu for the Google Docs, and we'll select text. Then we'll ask to the natural language API that this paragraph is, let me know the paragraph sentiment. The, either it is positive, negative, or neutral. So it is actually done by the cloud and natural language API. So let's start it. We have to just start the lab. As usual, we have to do it. It will give you a username and password and project ID. Let's move toward the next. It will be having this particular dashboard, and let's enable the natural language API. What you have to do in this particular dashboard, here is a nav bar over here. You can check it out. Here is a nav bar. You have to click on that, and it will be having navigation menu. API and services you have to go, then you have to go to the library. I have some slides out there. Let me show. Yeah, you have to go to the API and services. Then you have to go to enable API. After enabling API, you have to search Cloud Natural Language API just to enable it. Once you enable it, then you can generate API, and that API you have to save somewhere so that you can use for the further process of the project. You have to search, uh, let me think. You have to search natural language API over here. Then you have to go to the Cloud Natural Language API. Then you have to just enable it. It will be having a button enable, and then you have to enable it. After that, you have to go to the credential. Then you have to go to the credential. You have to go to API key. Then you have to just click on the API key. Then API will be generated. You have to copy that particular API. You have to save somewhere for the further process. Don't forget to save somewhere that particular API. That is very important for the project. Then let's see the next part. Once you have created an API, set up the Google Docs. You have to just simply click on this particular Google Docs, because it is very important that you have to open your Google Docs in your account that you know um, you can just say now you have to open these particular Google Cloud Docs in your account that you are working right now. So when you open this particular Google Docs, it will be having like this. Okay. Remember, here is no the Google Cloud, Google Natural API key or the things I'm gonna show you. Natural language tool, yeah. You can just see that after help there is no navigation bar after help, like this one, that natural language tool. We will create natural language tool over here in these particular docs so that we can ask and we can sentiment the analysis of the paragraph. What you have to do, you have to go to the tool. Let me just check. You have to go to the tool. It will suggest you the steps you have to follow. You have to go to the extension. Yes, you have to go to the extension. It will be having app script. You have to go to the app script and then you have to just click out that. So it will open a pop-up like this pop-up app script. Then you have to go to any selected project. If there will be having any project, you have to remove that out and you have to paste out this particular code. Let's understand what this particular code has. It has a function like this particular function will create an UI in the Google Docs with the name of natural language tool. Then you have to go to the mark sentiment. It has two items, mark sentiment. Then you have to go to the mark sentiment just for the authorization purpose. It is important for the project. And it is this function allows for the color sentiment like red, green, or positive according to the paragraph. And it has some if else condition, and it also tells the if the paragraph is the negative, then show this particular color, highlight this particular color like red, green, or yellow. Then this content is for the selection. We'll select the text, and according to that particular text, it will analyze the sentiment. And this function is very important because we are going to work in it, and we will be having our API key over here in this particular function. We'll see it in the next. Once you have done it, you have to just click on the save. It will be saved. Then this code will be like this. Then you have to move to the Google Docs again. Once you come to the Google Docs, you will be having natural language tool over here. Just be created and UI. You have to go there. You have to authorize yourself with the account that you are working currently in with it. So then you have to paste some sort of document like here is here is a document file. You can go this particular file and you have select all the plain text and then you can put it out here. Then you just select the first paragraph. It will first paragraph and then click on natural language tool. Then it will suggest with the color. If the color is yellow, that means the paragraph is neutral. If the color is red, that means the paragraph is negative point of view, negative analyzation, negative sentiment. If the paragraph is green, that means it's positive sentiment. So this is the thing. It is also mentioned in this particular docs. Then call the natural API. How you gonna do? You have to go to the extension app script. You have to paste your API key that you recently generated. Okay. After that, it is the endpoint of the Google API, and you have to give the document detail like it is a language in English, it is type and content. Doc details it is same, and you encode the type and payload JSON.stringify. Like the JSON that will be created, that will be created in the string format, and that's it. It is the uh, last call, and then you just fetch the all the data in the response variable, and I think that's it about all the things, and it is good to go to ask the natural language tool that the paragraph is actually the negative point of view, negative analyzation, positive or neutral analyzation, just having these particular UI in the Google Docs. It is a simple project that you created it out by following the lab. Just make a summary of it that what we have learned till now. We have learned the Cloud Natural API with the plain text, and we have extract some entities from the Cloud Natural API, just giving a content like name and some other data like the professional, what the you can show that the experience level and what the person do, uh, XYZ data and content I have provided, then extract entities from that particular content by using the Cloud Natural API. After that, what we have seen, we have added a document. In that particular document, we have created an UI by using the Cloud Natural API in the Google Cloud. In that particular Google Docs, we have created an UI, user interface, which is natural language tool. What it will do, it will analyze the sentiment. The document that you provide in that particular docs, there will be having a lot of data. If you want to know about the data tells the positive sentiment, positive analyzation, negative or neutral analysis. You can just select the paragraph and click on the natural language tool, and it will, you know, gives you the response in the format of color. So there will be having three colors: yellow, red, and green. Yellow means neutral, red means negative sentiment, and green means like you can say the positive sentiment of the paragraph. So till now we have seen these things. So this is the things that I have, given to you about the cloud natural tools and APIs. So yeah, this is the enough things about these, and I think from my side this is enough. And we have seen a lot of things when we have learned a lot of things about the cloud natural language API, and we have seen what natural API is and NLP and natural language as well. So thank you so much for your time and for watching the video. Thank you.